Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Friday, August the 22nd. The year's 2025. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, I hope you had your risk management in place this week so you never lost more than you were willing to lose on a single trade or during a single trading session. We'll take a look at the weekly chart, and we can see that all the open gaps have filled. And right now, the pound is 19 pips below the weekly open, 35 off the high, and 140 off the low. Something interesting to notice, we have a lower high, a lower low, but we're above the previous week's midpoint and right now above the weekly pivot. So something to notice, because it looks like even though we have those lower lows and lower highs, the buyers are showing some strength here. For the day, we are back into the opening range for the week. Notice we dropped out on Tuesday, came back in on Wednesday, but then put in a new low today, only to reverse. And right now, we're only about 7-8 pips away from the daily high, and we're about 20 pips below the weekly open. Who knows, we might even get back there. But notice we're above the opening range for the month, and next week will be the last trading week of the month, and we're way above the opening range for the year. If we zoom out to the monthly, we can see we are 330 pips above that monthly open. We are 65 off the monthly high and 389 off the monthly low. And notice we are above the monthly pivot point. If we take a look at the year, 1,023 pips above the yearly open, 257 off the high, and 1432 off the low. And we're above the previous midpoint. I'm working on the mid dots indicator right now, so that's why these other ones aren't appearing. We had an inside bar 5 days ago. We broke out of that on Monday to the downside, and now we've crawled back into that range. Notice we have a lot of inside bar action here on the dailies, the blue and the gray. We've got some on the weekly and just a few on the monthly. Is anybody out there still trading inside bars? I haven't heard back from any of the traders if they're liking that setup. For the day, you can see there's been some movement on the pound, 147 pips, which I guess that's because somebody was speaking, because earlier we only had about 33 pips of range just a couple of hours ago. It's been, let's see, about 3 hours ago or so, I was talking with Walmall. He had to take off. He's getting ready to do some things, so he couldn't stick around. Notice the dollar yen 217. It dropped back down into the 146 area. So you can see here, definitely the speaking, I guess, wasn't in favorable of the U.S. dollar. So we've got a huge move. Notice we went right through the launch pad at the 1340 level. We're almost to the launch pad at the 1340, or actually 134.40. We're almost at the 135.40. notice, and there we go. We're in the launch pad. I'm wondering if it's time for the red rats to start the feast. You might want to wait. Make sure you get a nice reversal signal. H4 is just solid. Look at this. Bambino Flex said short near the pivot. That didn't work. um, Price near the pivot, R1 short. Now we're at R3, so I think this might be the level to look for a short. If it doesn't close above the 135.45 on the 1 minute chart, look for a reversal to the downside. Here we go. We took out the daily pivot. We took out the weekly pivot. And we've taken out the monthly pivot. So in and out of that lower wick zone, and then right through the upper wick zone. Okay, we've got a high 135.42, and prices stalling. We're almost at the bottom of the hour. We got 7 minutes to go. It looks like. So let's just see what happens. For the range, 174 for the week. That puts us at the 16th percentile over the last 12 weeks. We have not broken out of the previous high. We only broke out of the previous low by 9. So once again, lower high, lower low. High minus close for the week, 24. Close minus low, 151 for the rats. For the weekly crossover traders, 16 high minus open. To the upside and open minus low, 159. And once again, we've got that 42.5. Let's just see if we get a signal to the downside here. So I was reading something. It was in a Reddit thread. Somehow I stumbled across. Oh, actually, let me just tell you a little story here. Um, I was watching some videos about Formula One, and they were talking about McLaren and how they, they're always suspected of cheating, even when they're not actually cheating. But they come up with some technological advances that, give them an advantage. Well, um, that led something to control theory, and I had never heard of control theory. So I started to, do a little quick study on that. And then I asked, the AI on Google to say, can control theory be applied to Forex trading? Just out of curiosity, because when I was watching the video about control theory, it was talking about inputs and outputs and feedback. And when we're trading, I mean, think about it. What's our input? Our input is price. And in some cases, some people use volume. And then, the feedback is whether or not the price is going up or down. So I was curious. And so then I got in there was this Reddit thread, and they were, one of the traders was talking about, he was, I guess, a trend follower, and how he uses trailing stops. And it was kind of interesting because what he said was, and actually, let me look at my note here so I get it right. He says, you get these bullish moves. So right here, and then you look at a candle that doesn't break the previous high. So that would be this candle right here. So then after you get that, he calls it a counter trend candle. He says you mark the highest point reached by the candle before the counter trend move. So I guess that would be here. And he says now once that high is broken, he'll put his stop loss right here. So that's where the stop loss would be. Now, what I'm thinking is, if that's where the stop loss would be, that might also be where the short entry in this case would be. Notice we still haven't closed above the 135.45, and we've got 1 minute left to the end of the half hour. So right here, this looks like it could be a short, and there we go. And in fact, that also just in this case just happened to match a flip-flop box, and you've got the magenta on indicator 2. So you'd be up a pip right now had you taken that. Well, actually, a little bit more than a pip, maybe. Or just about a pip. So actually, you would have taken the trade here at 40.04. And it went down to 38.3. So that would have been good for 2 pips if you wanted to bust out, take that quick profit there. Now, so looking at it here, let's see. Now that's not the chart I wanted. Yeah. Okay. So here we've got some. We still have positive movement on the EMA 5 on at the M5 level here. So you want to be careful. And so what I look for is I look for the price to actually hit this level, because price likes to come back and test that EMA 5 and then maybe exit there if I believe it's going to go up. Okay, we've got the 8:30 my time candle right here. And so, since that was such a strong move up, probably would, take those pips quickly, because you saw how fast price moved back up, and just wait and see. So once again, we still haven't had a close over the 135.45 on the 1 minute. So you could still look for it to drop. Let's see, we've got 453 pips in range for the month. A quick look here. Let's see, let's take a quick look at the ATR percentage. We're at 92, so that's not too bad. Okay, you can see here everything just changed on the daily because of those strong moves. And I'm just about out of time, traders. So I'm going to wish you all a fun and safe weekend, and I hope you've had a profitable day, week, month, year so far. And as always, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.